Okay, hello. I am going to be doing some Airflow stuff today. This is my first time actually trying to contribute to Airflow. I work on some related projects, mostly Apache Spark, which is a lot of fun, but it's not Airflow. And so Airflow is an Apache incubating project. It's all kinds of fun, and my stream just broke on Twitch, so that's cool. Let's see if this is working. Maybe it is. Cool. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I've put this new chat box thingy here so that I'm hopefully better at noticing chat messages coming in, because sometimes I get distracted and I don't notice, but I'm still going to bring them up on my phone just in case it doesn't work, because that's a new plugin that I'm trying today. Yeah, cool. I'm going to drink some wonderful cold brew coffee as a change of pace from the morning. Let's get this party started. In theory, I should be able to see your chat messages from either Twitch or YouTube, wherever you're watching. They'll come in here, and if not, I still have my phones here, so I'll keep those. Oh, okay, coffee. Let's switch our view to live mode. I'm gonna go over here. Let's drag our... Oh, shit. Okay, cool. Another project which I was working on was running into API request limit, so I'll fix that later. But let's get started with Airflow. So it is GitHub Apache Airflow. Oh, it might be it's Incubator-Airflow. Sorry, because it's incubating. This is their website. I already have a fork of it. I don't know if I actually have it checked out, but we can see here, yeah, I go fork, Incubator Airflow. So let's go ahead. Let's see if I actually have this checked out. Incubating, no. Okay, git clone. Oh no, that's the Incubator Airflow one. Oh wait, no, this is mine. Okay, hold K. Incubator Airflow. Cool. This fork is from, let's see here, September 20th, 2017. So definitely a little bit out of date. We're going to want to go ahead and add our original source over here. And we'll add this. And then we'll go ahead, git pull Apache GitHub master, and git push. And yeah, cool. Not so bad. And that gives us a start. Okay, here's a getting started guide. Yeah, so we can see here, Airflow is not a data streaming solution. It's more comparable to Zero Azkaban. And it gives us this nice tag thing. It's super fun. My glorious employer, who can do no wrong, has a commercial product in a related space with some other fun things. I wonder if they're listed in here. I don't see them. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Okay, so let's go dig into their documentation because I want to get started. The other one that I'm going to do is, we see they're not using issues mode here, so we're going to go and look up Jira. Because they're an ASF project, there's a really good chance that they are using Jira. And then we can use that to maybe see if there's some starter issues in Jira for us to work on today. Okay. Airflow. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And status open. And text is cool. one of the starter tasks from May of 2016 is add a developer guide, for example, how to build, create, and deploy an artifact, and add a Vagrant file. Oh, okay, so someone has some... Yeah, that's not what I want to do. But that's a good sign that there is probably not going to be a developer guide for us. Before we try and write a developer guide, I think we should, build it first and make a PR. So let's go through that. Maybe let's see if they use labels in this project. It's not looking like it. Components they're definitely using. Workers, a process task can result in tasks failing without retry. Yeah. Okay, well, that's a good thing. Come back to that maybe. Yeah. Okay. I might fall back on my old. Ooh. There's a PR for this one already. Disable loading default connectors via airflow config. Can't identify. Oh, interesting. This bug is quite simple. In multiple scripts in which we try and identify and list Python files, the capital case extension was not considered. For example, if I have a... okay. I mean, this sounds like a relatively good starter issue. We can probably... Oh, except there's a pull request for it already, I think. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, there's a pull request for it. It's a simple issue, but it's already being worked on. This is assigned to someone, and it's from July, and there is a linked pull request. Okay. Let's see here. Ooh. Time zones make me sad. Fix all ESLint issues. No. That is going to be too much. Ability to create Google Cloud Data Pro cluster. Huh. In GCP, so this is from the 24th of July. Someone else says that they already have code for this. Oh, I'm going to move my phones off the table so they don't make as many beeping sounds. But this would be a thing that would be really cool. I think... Okay, well, whatever. So I do start watching this issue. And if, no progress happens on this, this is maybe a good issue for me to come back to. Improve code coverage. Delete support for Azure Blob. I don't have an Azure account. I'm not going to go there. Today, Airflow Q tasks and success state, ability. Oh, this is the same. Yeah, I'm less excited about this, personally. So let's skip that. Oh, interesting. Oh, fixes already merged. Yeah. A lot of these... Okay, so this says pull requests are welcome. Oh, this is a data flow job. Data flow Python operator needs to support direct runner to speed up end-to-end testing of Airflow DAG. Yeah, data flow Python operator needs to support direct runner as an option to facilitate end-to-end testing of the entire Airflow DAG. Right now, if direct runner is sent via job options, the data flow hook will wait infinitely trying to get the status of their remote job, which does not exist. Well, this is a pull request welcome, listed as minor, and since I work in Beam, some as well as Spark, that's probably not too far away. So this is a good candidate. So we'll keep that here opened up as one of the things we could work on. And we can keep going. Okay, there's a lot of pages of these. Ooh, that could be interesting. Is there a Yeah, this sounds like it's going to be a little too complex to start with. Accelerate and keys in async fashion. I mean, that's a interesting thing. I don't know. This one could be cool. Might go take a look at that one too. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so there's a PR for this one already as well. For the ones where there's already a PR, I might go through them. Okay, but that's fine. Util functions to create and delete connections. Okay, currently oh, that's rough. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. The reason why I keep looking up is that Snoopy is blocking part of my view today. They're just hanging out with me because they're a new stuffed animal from my wife. Well, I mean, we already have 2 possible issues. I'd really like us to find a third just in case. There's a PR. Yeah. So the frustration here is in Spark, we automatically swap the open for in progress when there's a PR, which is why I'm getting a lot of issues which already seem to be being worked on. Guess I could add another restriction here. An API which returns all configurations of Airflow, cannot import, export. Oh, was there a PR for this? I mean, does this person work at Twitter? It doesn't really say. I think I should leave that for a Twitter person to make the PR. Although, let's go start watching issue. Maybe we can mention where the file is for them to make the PR. GKE specific Kubernetes pod operator. That could be a thing. Could look at that, but I think that's probably, well, actually this could be a thing, but I think it's probably too big for a first issue. What's another one? Python branch operator. There's things to do. Proxies and JiraHawk, JDBC, InitDB. Oh, flaky test is not going to be a fun place to go. Reducing. Yeah, okay. These are all starting to get a little gnarly in terms of the integrations that would be required for us to fix them. Speed up the CI. If there's something more specific in there. Oh, this is not great. Okay. Do not run. I'm not going down this path either. Okay, well, whatever. We've got a list of issues. I'm sure at least some of them are going to be feasible. The other one that I'm going to do, which is just an old habit, grep-r to do /. Ooh, that is a lot of things. Wow. Okay, a lot of these don't. Ooh. Fix me, remove an Airflow 2.0. To do fix me, remove an Airflow 2.0. There's a lot of to do fix me, remove an Airflow 2.0. Let's get started. This is 2.0, Dev 0 Incubating. So this actually seems like all of these to-dos for remove me in Airflow 2.0, this is the time to do it. This is 2.0 Dev 0 Incubating. So let's go and start looking at some of these to-dos. We'll come back to the Jiras in a bit, but these sound like, I mean, no guarantee, but these seem like they might be interesting places to start. Add or subtract dates. Okay, let's go find to-do. To-do fix me remove in Airflow 2.0. Well, I mean, this is relatively simple code, I guess. Before I go and do the removal, though, let's set up a virtual env, pip install in edit mode, and run the tests, because it'd be good to make sure that, you know, the setup works before I try and break it. Airflow VM source and activate. Is this Python? I don't actually know if this supports Python too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's sad, but also not entirely unexpected. Okay. Pip install e dot. Ooh. Okay. Well, I guess we'll use GPL libraries for today. Although, actually, let's stick to ASF license libraries. Yay! Snoopy is excited. We're installing new software. I'm going to move this down so people can see Snoopy. Ah! Okay, that didn't quite work as planned. But you he is very excited to develop some Airflow code. Cool, that installed. What happens if I go sub.pytest? Oh, no. Oh, interesting. This could be an even simpler starting point. So CMD class test looks like talks is not listed. Unless, let's go look to val. Okay, pip install Python extras. I'm gonna, yeah, how do I specify? Pip install package. I think it's like, can I do this, or let's go to val. Okay. Ooh. This is trying to install the MySQL client. Oh god. Okay. MySQL config not found. Well, okay. Down the rabbit hole of chasing dependencies and then fixing them for the next people. Okay, what do people say here? Yeah. So this just requires some extra packages. More specifically, I don't have MySQL devel installed, and this requires that it is. Okay, aptitude search MySQL dev. Aptitude install. Yeah. Do. Cool. There's a good chance this will bring in the dependency indirectly, I guess. Okay, let's see what happens if I run the tests now. Cool. Doesn't install talks. Let's go ahead, make a Jira, make that PR. Trivial. We'll make another PR as well. Don't worry. But you know, making the pip install easier. Priority, trivial. Summary. Develop requirement is not sufficient to run tests. Assign to me if it'll let me. Looks like it will. Is there like a core for setup? Yeah, okay, core it is. The devel requirement doesn't list talks, but Python setup.py requires it. All right, let's just make sure that I don't know if there's a specific version. Is there like requirements? these specify a particular version? There is a talk stuff. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, okay, so now we go Okay, that should have installed talks. Oh wait, shit, wait, what did I do? I'm actually not super sure what I did. But it looks like it's running. So that's probably what I wanted to do. Oh. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead. Well, actually, before we do that, let's and text talks. Yeah. This seems like a good issue as well, but cool. Oops. So, did I make that issue? Fuck. My memory's not great. Reported by me. Nope. Looks like I didn't. Was that in a different? It is. Okay. Requires it. Cool. And like, I mean, most people will have talks. Oh, there's messages. Maybe. Okay, let me check what they are. It looks like I picked a bad font size. Okay. Hey Holden, could you explain what the purpose of airflow is? Cool. That's a good question. Let's go back to the README file. It'll probably do a better job than I will off the top of my head. But yeah, so it's essentially a workflow manager. And it lets you express them as graphs. And this, for me, is the way how I like to think of workflows, because I spend a lot of time working in Spark, where I express a lot of my computation in the form of graphs. So, pardon me. So to me, that's like super normal. Okay, sorry about that. My stream stopped, probably because installing the Cassandra driver was taking like, yeah. Sorry for the kind of jumpy stream experience. I'm not super sure what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead actually over here, and I'm gonna just run htop really quickly. It's just Chrome, lots and lots of Chrome processes, but it's only one core that's pegged, so I should be fine. If it breaks again, I'll stop building the tests, and we'll just leave it as is. We'll do the PRs without running the full test suite. But it looks like it's doing okay. I don't know. I mean, it's also possible my home internet is a little janky today. But yeah, okay. We're running at niceness level 19, so hopefully it's not gonna squash anything. Actually, let's just gonna do a google.com on the side here. If something goes sideways, we can go back in and take a look at it. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and put that into the background, and I'm gonna go back here where I was making this issue, and we're gonna go ahead and create the issue here. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this git checkout-b. Add talks to set up dev rec so tests can run for new users. Then hopefully that works, and hopefully, sorry about the starting and stopping of the stream on Twitch, but hopefully that does the trick. Okay. Cool. New branch, git diff, git commit. Oh, something. Git commit dash am add talks to setup.py. Since it's required for the tests. Something's weird on this terminal. And so I'm going to go ahead and just use a different one. Leave that one to run the tests for me. Oh, cool. Hey, look, it failed. Oh, Kerberos. Oh, fuck. I really hope that's optional. Yeah, so I can definitely see why there's a desire for a Docker Compose file. We'll probably do that later on. But let's start with getting this part in correctly. Git push. I'm gonna go ahead. It's pretty trivial as far as changes go, but you know, I think things like this do improve the developer experience, and so they're worth doing. And the easiest time to do them is like when you're just getting started and you're using a fresh virtual environment. You don't have anything set up, so you have a more like new contributor experience, and they're also simple, relatively easy to do, and so yeah. Simply adds test dependency. Oh, I don't like this requirement, but I guess we're going to do it. Okay, git rebase. I'm just going to go ahead and edit this. Git commit dash amend. So they want the JIRA numbers mentioned in your commit messages as well. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. Here. What else are the requirements? Subject is separated from body by a blank line. Subject is limited. Does not end with a period. Body wraps. Okay. Add missing Python test dependency to setup.py. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and run this because I have not. Oh, cool. Yeah, sure. Install a system version of Flake 8, whatever. Oh, cool. All of my phones are gonna buzz, but that's fine. Okay. Nope, already did that. Okay, I think my upstream is actually called Apache-GitHub. Sorry, Apache. Is it? Yeah, it's Apache-GitHub/master. And this is just, I named my thing something else. Cool. That works just fine. Those are all true. Okay, cool. So that is pretty good. Yes. So, missing Python test dependency, talks to setup.py dev requirement. And then we're going to go ahead and boop, 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 boop. Cool. And so that's good. That's a first PR, so technically we've succeeded. Admittedly, technically also not the like most useful PR in the world, but it's good to get one out of the way really quickly. Yay, now there's a chat log. Yes, I mean, not particularly famous, but I will take the fabulous comment. My hair is washed, and that's how you can tell. Fabulous. I'm actually going to get it re-dyed tomorrow, and so Monday's live stream will be at least 75% more fabulous. Okay, close this one. This one is a thing that maybe come back to later. This one, I want to see if it gets auto-updated. Looks like it does. So that's cool. I kind of start progress. I wish this started automatically, but it's just a good reminder that not all projects do things the same. So we'll just mark it as in progress so the next person who's coming through looking for issues doesn't think that no one's working on this. Okay, cool. So we could go after this, or we could go after that giant pile of to-dos that we found. I'm actually kind of curious what the different to-dos are about. If they're all about the same thing, or at least there's a few of them about the same thing, I say we tackle them there now quickly. If not, that'll be a party, and we'll pick one of the existing Jira issues. I'm going to put on my rose-colored glasses, which is a very important step when grepping for to-dos inside of a strange repo. Join me now in this adventure. Okay. Get checkout master, grep-r. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. This is all under talks, and for some reason, OpenSSL is full of to-dos that say, this is untested. That makes me feel great about security. I hate my life. Okay, moving on. Sorry. I'm just kidding. grep-r to do Airflow. It's cool. Some of these have Jira numbers associated with them. That's cool. A lot of these say like remove in 2.0, or otherwise reference 2.0, which is the version we're working on right now. So let's go ahead and grep. Except, okay, cool. That is a much smaller list, and we could probably just make an umbrella Jira that says like remove deprecated 2.0 features. And that's like a relatively easy thing to do, I think, and you know, hopefully useful, because like definitely in Spark, one of the things which sometimes like is frustrating for me is when we accidentally release something and we forgot to remove deprecated features, and we just end up keeping them around for much longer than intended. So I'm excited. Hopefully other people are excited too. Let's go take a look. Whoa, I can not see shit with these very fine glasses. Cool. Actually, everything just looks really, really good right now. So let's go look at a init in sensors.py. We already looked at a init in whatever the hell this was. Sensors.py. No, not sensor. Okay. Wait, what now? I am super confused. Oh, that's contrib. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Magit sometimes doesn't do quite what I want, but that's okay. Okay, 2.0. Cool. Yeah, this is the same thing. So Airflow, use new imports. So that sounds like a really good thing. Let's go ahead, see if there's a Jira issue associated with this. If not, we'll make a Jira and we'll do this cleanup. And that will be a good thing. And totally for sure counts for reals. I mean, that's probably like a legit thing, but and text equals imports, I guess. I don't know. let's not limit it to status open, because it could totally be, oh fuck, not what I wanted. And text new imports. Cool. This is fixed. Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. What's in here? No, that's 1.7. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, my foot fell asleep because I was sitting on it. Funny. I'm gonna bring back my good friend Snoopy. Snoopy's gonna help us out. Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good to remove this. Let's start that party. Create another Jira. Oh, cool question. I'm seeing a lot of Python code, so is Apache Airflow mainly written in Python? Yes, that's true. Airflow is mainly a Python project. I don't think it's like 100% exclusively. There's some JavaScript thrown in for good measure, but I think most of the logic is done in Python. That being said, this is my first time contributing to Airflow, so who knows? But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Python project, almost exclusively. Oh, my phone buzzed. It wants to say, oh yeah, friend wants to know if I'm in town. And I'm actually in town for like a week in a row. I'm pretty excited about this. Yeah, this would be an improvement. Priority is, I mean, major might actually not be wrong, because we should probably clean this shit up before the release. So actually, it might be a blocker. You know what? I'm new enough to this community. We're gonna stick with just major. And oh, actually, one of the other things I meant to do, since I'm new to this community, is subscribe to their mailing list. Airflow mailing list. Let's go ahead and jump on that. Cool. Where do I subscribe? Subscribe. Cool. Not what I wanted. Exit. Okay. Copy. Email address. I'm not gonna open my Gmail in front of all y'all. Y'all are nice, but yeah, we're not at the Gmail phase just yet. Okay. Let's go back. Keep that shit going. Where are we? Okay, yeah, so assigned to me, remove deprecated, what's this called? Plugin macro imports. That sounds about like what we want to do. The effects version is going to be Airflow 2.0, unreleased. Okay, as stated in the to-dos, macros, sensors, etc., we should remove the old imports, the old import mechanism for 2.0 since it's been deprecated with 2.0 as the slated removal timeframe. Cool. Pretty sure. Cool. It's a little hard to see the like underlines when I've got my baller pink glasses on. I'm gonna be honest. These really amazing pink glasses are kind of terrible. They keep me from actually seeing what's going on. But like style, and I didn't have a chance to do makeup, so we're putting them back on. Cool. I love code that I get to delete. I think. Okay, let's double check this one more time. What the fuck does this do? So, integrate plugins into the context. Cool. If not. Okay, so if you set this old thing, it would do some shit and then say some shit. Cool. Oh, message. Newbie to open source. Can you point to something which would help me get started? Learn many things seeing today's video. Yeah, I mean, so it depends like what projects you want to contribute to. But I think like really you can see today like this is a project that like I know a little bit about. Like I have friends who use it. I don't use Airflow myself. I want to for some other projects, but you know, it's just you go and find the repo. If there's a developer list, you subscribe to the developer list. You find the issue tracker. In this case, the issue tracker was Jira. Check out the code and then just try and install it. And then like if it breaks during the installation, like you fix those issues, like we had with running the tests, because those are like really often low-hanging fruit, which people who have been in the project for longer don't tend to notice. And then from there, you know, you go and start finding things which you think are going to be interesting. Oh, you're interested in mostly Spark. Okay, that is a different can of worms. I have a bunch of, I'll do some live coding on Spark on Monday. But, you know, for Spark, we actually use the same Jira. So you would just switch the project from Airflow to Spark. You should still subscribe to the Spark mailing list. I think Python's a relatively good place to get started. So if you're a Python developer, you know, and you want to contribute to Spark, I'd encourage you to definitely start in the Python area. And just look for issues where, you know, there's mismatches between what you can do in Python and what you can do in Scala and Spark, and, you know, start addressing those issues. Yeah. I mean, also definitely watch my live stream on Monday. I'll be making a Spark PR, and you can see the entire process to make a Spark PR, and hopefully that'll be useful to you. And if you can't like tune in Monday because of time zones or something, like don't worry about it. They're all recorded and posted on YouTube. Okay. Enough of my drinking coffee and delaying. Yeah. So let's go ahead. We're gonna make this one. Note. I made the issue major, but it might be a blocker, but I didn't, since it's listed as to be removed in 2.0, but I'm not familiar enough with what you consider, with what's considered cool. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, these glasses are cool, but like when I put them on, I can read the text, but I don't get the little red underlines underneath my text. And honestly, when I'm typing, yeah, there tend to be a lot of red underlines. That being said, this is a thing. Let's go ahead, make this issue, and let's get started on it. Cool. Let's go ahead. We're going to go back here, hit checkout-b, boop, remove, deprecated, plugin. Oh, let's get the word macro out of this. Import support. Import support. Cool. Got a new branch. It's great. I like this. I'm pretty sure I can just delete this and it'll work. But pretty sure I can just delete this, and the number of times that actually works out for me in my life are not batting like anywhere near as high as I would hope. But that being said, let's try and do it, and hopefully, you know, we can do this little quick bit of cleanup, and then it'll be a really good second PR to go along with our PR for getting something else in, whatever. Oh yeah, improving the Python setup PyInstall. Cool question. I recently did my first PR. Oh yeah, that's a really great question. So yeah, Spark PRs are a giant. Well, okay. If it's okay, I'm gonna come back to that question. I just want to finish the cleanups, kick off the tests, and then I'll talk about what we can do to find more people in Spark to look at your PRs and other projects too. Actually, I'll go take a look at my Beam PRs that are outstanding as well and see what I can do there. But I'm gonna just finish up this cleanup code really quickly, and then I'll jump back to the live stream questions. So just hang on 1 minute. Cool. Yeah. Cool. It looks like this is inside of pretty much everything here. Cool. That's fun. For values of fun, which are really not. Okay, operators. Sensor. 2.0. Ooh, yeah, okay. We're not doing this one. This is a separate 2.0 related deprecation. Not going to put that in today. Okay, let's go into hooks. Okay, to do, fix me old import machinery below. So we definitely want to remove this part. It's the same shit. This part. I'm less certain about. Okay, cool. Import the hooks dynamically while keeping the package API clean, abstracting the underlying module. Okay. So what happens here? So this underscore hooks. This looks like I should be able to get rid of all of this, which seems like a lot. I'm not super sure. We'll definitely test this and see how it works. Cool. We run hooks, models is the next one. Okay. Yep. These are different things in 2.0. Cool. That's good. Solid. We're going to kick off the tests. Let's go back to wherever the fuck we were running the tests. Cool. Not super surprising. I don't seem to have... I don't have... Oh, no shit. Sorry. Virtual env tilde slash airflow venv py35 py3-python python 3. Oh, sorry. So it looks like this depends on Sazzle. Install. probably this one. I don't fucking know. No, yeah, sudo. Password. My guess is okay. Something. Oh, GSS API and Kerberos. Fuck. Search. Kerberos is where happiness ghosts die. Or I mean, it's not, but Kerberos is where my happiness goes to die. I can't even spell it correctly. Curb. Install. Weird. Okay, I guess. Apache install. Yeah, maybe. God damn it. I'm clearly too used to running things this way. It's already installed. Weird. Is there like a dev version? Okay. So on that note, I'm gonna now kick off the tests. Oh yeah. Pip install -e.dev and then Python setup.py test. Okay, cool. While that's running, I'm gonna go back up in the live stream and answer some of y'all questions. Okay, so back at the top is what can I do to get the attention of the admins? And then there's a PR number underneath. Sure. So let's go ahead and take a look. First, let's start out with the part that there are 495 open pull requests in the Spark project, which means that it's really hard to actually get your review noticed. That being said, most of the Spark committers go to this website, sparkprs.appspot.com, and this gives us a dashboard where we can go in and click on things and narrow down to things that we're interested in more quickly, see if things merge or are passing Jenkins or if they need approval to be tested. I made a version of this for Beam, but it's still sort of a work in progress. One of the things which I tried to help improve the situation, I had to turn it off temporarily. I'm going to go back to this one maybe 2 days ago. Let's see here. No, it's not coming up. It's probably have to go to 3 days ago then, or something like this. 4 days ago, maybe. So I created this little bot, which, not created, I set up a bot with some minor modifications to try and ping the right people so that they'd be aware when there was a PR they should be reviewing. And it does this by looking at the Git history on the files that you're modifying. And you can do the same thing that this bot does. This bot was just trying to help the process along more automatically. So that being said, let's go take a look at your specific PR and see what we can do. 21816. Driver launched through REST should use all masters. What? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, shit. Yeah. Cool. I mean, that's a good start. You asked Marcelo. Let's look at these files changed. Standalone REST server. Standalone REST server. Sweet. Cool. What I would do in your shoes is I would go over here. So okay, here's a thing that I can do quickly for you. Jenkins OK test, and this will allow CI to kick the process off. Other one is, ooh, god damn it. Oh, right, because our installation of Talks PR is separate, not here. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go, sure. Repos Spark. Git log. So you can ask, I mean, yeah, okay. Another Spark committer, I would definitely reach out to them. I don't think this person's a Spark committer, but that shouldn't stop you from reaching out to them. Just because someone's not a committer doesn't mean that they can't do a good review. Although, admittedly, this is from 2015, and so I don't actually know if they're active in the project anymore. In that case, I would do a git log and we'd go see 2016. Yeah, your odds of getting a response from them are pretty much 0. So that would be where I would start. I would ping another person. The other thing that you can do, honestly, is I do Friday Spark code reviews. They're in the morning. Sometimes they float a day, and you can email me personally and tell me it's okay to review your code live, and then I will review your code live. And while I don't normally commit things outside of ML or Spark or Core, like if this is a simple enough fix, I might commit it. Failing that, I can also often like do a style check. I can do a good review, and then once I do the review in LGTM, I can normally pull in another committer with more experience in whichever component you're working in and get them to do sort of a final review and actually sort of double check my work and sign off on that. So I mean, if this PR doesn't go anywhere by next week, I will definitely keep this in mind, and this will come up in my list of PRs that I've commented on, but aren't merged, and I'll do it live then. Okay, so it sounds like the OS question got answered before I had a chance to answer it, and so that's good. But essentially, yeah, OS is not the OS exposed by Airflow code. Oh god, that sounds confusing. And my phones got confused about each other and tried to do a contactless payment. That did not go through. Okay, cool. Let's go back and see how our tests are going. Boop, boop. Oh, shit. Oh, fudge. Oops. I might have fucked up one of my PRs. Hold on a second. We're going to go take a look at that real quick. Do. Pull requests. Did I actually make that pull request? Oh, I did. Did I? No, I fucked up there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Git branch. I jumped over to a branch when I shouldn't have. Git commit -am. I do this sometimes. It's not great. Remove legacy imports. Whip git branch. Okay. Git checkout. We're gonna go back here. Git diff. Git log. Okay. Git rebase head. Hi. Rebase abort. Okay. Okay, and then we go ahead and yep. Yep, and so I'm just fixing up the title to match git push-f. Oh, yeah, git rebase --continue, git push-f. Cool, there we go. Updated my branch, it'll update the PR, it'll match. Okay, and now I can go back here, except I probably fucked up the tests that I forgot I was running. So let's go back to wherever I kicked the tests off from. Oh, cool, they failed. Anyways, oh, Sazzle. Aptitude search, Sazzle. dev. Okay. Python sazzle.h. I don't fucking know what's Python LDAP. Okay, God. Huh. Interesting. That's from January. Fuck. Is it trying to? Is this pip install Python LDAP? Yeah. Okay. This is trying to aptitude search LDAP dev. I have, or no, okay, it's a virtual package. I'm gonna build that to dev. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go back and check this. Okay, cool. Oof. Oh, cool. And it still doesn't like that sazzle.h file. That's not good. Where is that sazzle.h? Like, are we actually depending on what the? This is a wheel for a package called sazzle. I'm going to go look at setup.py. Setup.py. Thrift sazzle. I don't know why my phone's buzzing, but I hope it's not important. Like, fuck. It's probably coming from this. So let's jump into this. Thrift sazzle. Sazzle.h. Shmir. Okay. This is the extra package, maybe. Sudo aptitude install sazzle2dev. Yeah, I can definitely see why they want a Docker file for the builds and tests here. This is like approximately 0 units of fun. Cool. I'll do a live review of your PR then next week if no one else gets a chance to merge it before then. Cool. Okay, it looks like the sazzle package actually built this time, and so that's exciting. Snowflake connector, sure. Oof. Running the tests certainly does install a very happy list of dependencies, I guess. Okay, well, whatever. Holy shit. Well, okay. Okay. Shouldn't all these installed by a single script? Are they system-specific dependencies? That's a good question. And I think the answer is a little complicated. I think when I'm running Python setup.py to test, it's triggering the test for pretty much everything. And so while I had installed the core development dependencies before, there's another target I probably should have installed called devel all. because right now this is essentially just installing all of these different Python dependencies. Actually, this is a point. Let's go see if we can narrow down the tests to like the plugin suite or something, because I don't super know if this is going to take too long or not. Oof. So let's go and investigate that super happy fun adventure. Oh, maybe you meant like the oh yeah, cool. So yeah, this is kickoff like a KDC for CI and other things like that's gonna be intense. Yeah, and I don't have a Kerberos set up on my machine. So okay, yeah, we shouldn't have to run the Kerberos tests. Let's go. Cool. Dev. It's our happy fun time. Airflow PR. What does the script do? This is probably the same thing as our merge script. Well, dev readme.md. Okay, yeah. This merges PRs, not what I want. Yeah. Okay, so their dev directory is not actually for like developers like me, it's for the maintainers. Contributing.md. Cool. Let's go ahead and run some basic tests. That's cool. So actually, yeah, the test hooks is probably pretty close to what I want. We can just run the test with no's. Cool. Let's go. Fine. Actually, test plugins is probably what we want. Let's test the plugins, I guess. Plugins. Test plugin.py. Oh, it's sad. Okay. Okay. We're gonna check out master though and see if the same test works or not. No, this test does not work. Okay, let's take the test from Airflow in a database. Okay. Wants me to start a Docker container. Yeah, sure, I guess we can do that. But that being said, sure, let's do this. Yeah, we're here. I don't. Okay. That test works. Let's go ahead and take a look at. I don't know why my phone buzzed again. I don't think I'm missing any messages. Maybe I'm missing a meeting. I hope it's not important if I am. Okay, we wanted to test plugins, so. Boop. Test plugin. Very sad. Still does not work, even on master. Okay, so probably not my fault. what happens if, so test, there's a plugin thing up here. Plugins manager. Does this test work? Okay, no. All tests fail. This kind of sucks. Okay, I guess, whatever. Well, okay, cool. Okay, CD airflow. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm not, like, super convinced this is gonna go. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I guess, whatever. We'll try it in Docker and see if it works. If it does, that's great. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna get the fuck out of Docker. Yeah, okay, so this is one that I did where we used a virtual env, and this says to run the test with togs. Well, but with togs, can I specify what test I want to run? I don't remember. It's been a long time. Actually, you know what? We can run these both at the same time. Because the Docker one's going to be off in a container somewhere. Airflow. Oh, is it like incubating? Incubator airflow. Cool. Cool. Source tilde slash whatever the fuck. It's airflow for VM Python 3. Again, activate. Run unit test.sh. Yeah, I only really care about running certain unit tests, but it doesn't look like this. Oh, no, it does take a nose args. Well, okay, let's run unit test.sh and see what happens. Yeah, it's not looking super great. I think this shell script is outputting a lot of information. Whoa. I don't want to run all of the unit tests. I just want to run the plugin tests. Okay, where does it get nose args from? Run unit tests. Nose. Okay. Okay, cool. Stop that. That's just too many tests. Is this gonna work? Oh, okay, cool. The answer is no, but more of them succeed. Because if we just go ahead and run those tests directly, they all fail. So that's progress, I guess. I mean, not really. Well, okay, yeah, let me rephrase it. That is progress, but I don't... Like, this is master branch. This should work. What happens if we try and run the runs under plugins, test plugin.py? Ran one test, failed one test. Working outside of application context. I mean, not particularly surprising. Just a little bit frustrating. Yeah. Plugins. What about if we do this? No. I mean, okay, let's go look at that test. Plugins. Oh, yeah, okay, this doesn't have any tests inside of it. This is a test plugin rather than a plugin test. Okay, so that makes sense. Let's go into the test plugins manager. Okay. And try and figure out why the plugin manager test is not failing. So dispatcher middleware object has no attribute blueprints or extensions. Okay, and it's line 72, 80, and 84. Is that right? No, plugins manager. Admin, attribute error, dispatcher middleware, cached app. Let's go find this cached app. I'm worried that the cache might be going wrong, but I'm not like super sure because I'm not. Okay, cache app is coming from Airflow or app.py. Like, this test literally does not pass on master, which is frustrating. Whatever, let's plug this. Could be a version mismatch of some shit. Huh. Okay. I mean, yeah. Must include extensions. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so I'm going to kick off the full Docker test suite while we're dealing with this excitement. So now we go airflow initdb, niceness level 19, run unit tests.sh. Actually, before we do that, let's try and just run the unit tests that I'm having difficulty with outside of here, which is the plugin manager test. errors. Not overly surprising. I'm not super sure why it should have the admin extension. This is the joy of being in a new project where we don't know what we're doing. I guess I can run talks and just hope. Let's run talks. Oh, cool. It's not very happy that I'm already inside of a virtual environment, or what is it? Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's the export. Go ahead and run talks. Actually, let's go while this is running, I'm going to go look at talks.ini and see if it gives me some guesses as to what I actually want to do. 2735 gives me, where does it kick off? No, it doesn't. Weird. Okay, it kicks off run tests. Oh, and it sets up a KDC and other shit. That's not going to fucking happen. But it does have this setup env, which might actually be required. Yeah, no, I'm not giving a random command sudo. Thanks. So, scripts, CI. Although actually we could run talks inside of here, and that would probably give us m.sh. Wow, this is setting up Hive. Okay, fine, we'll give it sudo. Failed to download Hadoop. Cool. Illegal date format, -c, I guess I could specify Hadoop distro. What happens if we run this now? Does this more closely resemble? Nope. Assume to contain no DAGs. This. We could just run talks inside of Docker, and that would probably give us like a semi-reasonable result, and then I don't have to worry about it. Oh, God damn it. Are you serious right now? Talks. Cool. It's going to install a bunch of shit inside of Docker, and I don't have to worry about it stomping on my system. But yeah, this middleware shit, I don't know what the fuck it's doing. So we'll leave that to run while I try and figure out what's going on with our plugin manager. Dispatcher middleware object has no attribute blueprints. Sure, or extensions. What does it actually do with those things in the test, though? No, it's the test plugin. I want to look at the plugin manager. Admin. We don't really app.extensions. The admin views So it's extensions, and the other one which it doesn't have is blueprints. Assert is instance app blueprints. Blueprint. Has app? There's no extensions though. Okay, let's go dig into this cached app while we're here. I guess that's probably, this is cached app config. Create app config testing. So config none, testing false. Wait, this is weird. We are clearly testing. Cache app grep -r cached app and tests. What happens if we specify testing is true here? No, error is equals 3. Is it the same shit? I wonder, so essentially what I'm wondering about is, because this is depending on a global, is this depending on the tests running in a certain order, which would not overly surprise me. And it's kind of frustrating, potentially, but I could see this, because cached app depends on this global. If it's not there, that's what it is. So let's go take a look at our good friend, whatever the fuck. Yeah, let's look at the other places where cached app is instantiated from. So if test views is run first, I don't know if it would be test views config. Let's go find cached app. Application.app. Config here is an empty dictionary. Testing is set to true. Yeah. I mean, this shouldn't... I'm not super sure why this is failing still. Oh, it looks like there's... what's airflow? Yeah, cool. Good question. So, airflow is... sorry. Now it's some other shit. Okay. Airflow. So yeah, Airflow is a tool to sort of create and schedule workflows. It has a UI, but mostly I know it from its programmatic side, and it represents things as a graph, which is really nice because I'm used to thinking about my work as a directed acyclic graph because I do a lot of work in Spark, where we represent most of our computation with directed acyclic graphs. my problem right now is that the tests do not appear to be running on master, and I am confused. The default Docker container doesn't have the dependencies required to run the tests, so that's garbage. Sorry, not garbage. So that's like not going to help us out all that much. So let's exit Docker, and let's just go back to debugging this for now. Oh, I'm stretching my back. Okay. Config testing true. What? Well. And so this test is, I mean, that being said, I think it shouldn't make a difference, but at times I think it shouldn't make a difference, and the times that's actually the case is not exactly 100%. So I'm going to go back into the test that we were looking at, which is test underscore plugin, cached it's underscore app or something. Oh no, plugin manager, and so cached app. So we're going to try this. Config equals config, testing equals true. And the idea is that when the tests are run in CI, this might be different. That being said, it's not working out super great. Well, let's see if someone else has run into this, maybe on the mailing list. Airflow. Dispatcher middleware has no object, has no attribute extensions. Airflow tests. Yeah. This is not looking great. Not seeing anything directly related to this. We could try and run the full unit test suite and see if it's, oh, cool. Well, yeah, let's let that run for a minute or two. Because it is possible that, like, this is just a test ordering problem. And that's unfortunate. It's also possible that this test is not actually passing. Let's go take a look at their CI results. Because if it's not passing in my master, it might not be passing in their master. Build passing. Yeah, okay. This is Airflow. Let's go look at branches. Master, 3 hours ago. Check mark. Cool. Let's go take a look at this. Passed in all of these. Let's look at the job log. So this runs Travis CI script. Let's go look at the Travis CI script. CI. This, if there's no Kubernetes version, just runs talks with the specified environment. So, what about if we run this with the SQLite backend? Py3.5. I mean, this looks like it's working. But like, okay, how long it takes? Oh man, these tests like take 27 minutes to run, which is a really long time when you're trying to write some code and you're kind of lazy. I just want to run just my test, not all of the tests. Hence my mini frustration. But well, we could call this okay. Like, we could say that there's 3 tests that fail on master when I run them like this. Yeah, let's do that, because I don't really want to hang around waiting for 30 minutes. I'm impatient, and that's just kind of who I am. Yeah, come on, go away. Oh, that's a lot of shit. Okay, we're gonna go find this and kill the parent process. PSAUX. Am I running talks? No, I'm running. Yeah, this one here. Boop. PS tree. Pipe it to less. Nose. PSAUXFT? Okay. Cool. Kill dash 9. Nose. Cool. They're all gone. Cool. So just for my own personal memory, because it's a little fuzzy, run the tests. 3 failures on master. Not great, but go back into remove deprecated plugin import support and run these tests. And cool. Same failures. Not great, but 5 of the tests passed, and they're the same 5 that pass on master. So we're going to call that sort of success for today, or success. I'm going to call that good enough to make a work in progress PR, with a note that running the tests fail on master, but I'll run the full tests and we'll see what CI says. It's not great, but I mean, I think it's the most reasonable thing to do, and so we'll go ahead and do that. Git diff. Okay, git stash. That really didn't help us at all. Run it again. Make sure that didn't actually change anything. Cool. Yep, we're gonna edit this commit. And so this is no longer going to be remove legacy import support plugins. We have our Jira. It's here. There's this thing in contributing. Oh, no, not what I want. Like 8. Git diff upstream. Yeah. Except instead I call upstream Apache-GitHub. Let's get that so I get master off. Cool. Looks fine. No new flake errors were introduced by us. Git rebase dash continue. Git push. We don't actually have a branch upstream yet. we're going to go ahead and make that branch. Yeah. And we're going to go ahead and create that PR. Yeah. Okay. Incubator airflow. I'm just going to hit enter, and it'll probably give me a nice little thing here. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and put work in progress. This is a work in progress since the tests on master aren't passing locally on my machine. 5 out of 8 for pass. I'll drop the whip if this passes CI. Yeah, and it's just like, no, this isn't fucking working. Okay, X, that's true. Existing unit tests for plugins. Yep. Not relevant, and yes. Okay. Cool. I'll move the work in progress to after that, put it here. And then we'll go ahead and create the pull request. For 2.0 deprecation. Yeah, I mean, the implication here is that, you know, it would be really great if someone, actually, yeah, let's make that more explicit. It would also be cool if someone knows if this is the right way to execute the tests, and it's a test ordering issue, or something else. And, you know, maybe someone will come by and, like, say, yeah, I mean, this test is just kind of annoying. It depends on this other test. It has to be run in a certain order. And I'll say, cool, and I'll make another Jira where I, like, explicitly set up that dependency chain, because this test ordering issue, which I think is what it might be, it really annoyed the shit out of me. That being said, it's like 4:22. It's 4:22 on a Friday, so I'm gonna take this as my cue to finish up my coffee and run away. Oh yeah, I have this like intro thing that I keep always remembering to do at the very end, but I'm Holden. Normally I'm joined by Boo. Today I'm joined by Snoopy because Boo is sleeping up above me in my bed. And this is my Apache Airflow first PR attempt. And you can definitely feel how it is very much a first PR attempt, because we spent most of today getting the environment set up and sort of struggling with those issues. My preferred pronouns are she or her. I'm a developer advocate at Google. That's pretty nice. They more or less pay me to work on and talk about open source. Airflow is not where I normally hang out. I normally work on Apache Spark. I also contribute to Beam and other projects as well, which if you were watching the whole thing, you saw there was a Jira in here, which I was considering, which is related to Beam, and might actually be a really good follow-up for once I get my environment like completely sorted. Although honestly, doing that Docker container thing now is really appealing, because this has been a pain in the ass, and I don't want other people to have to deal with that. You know, honestly, if I wasn't live streaming this, there was a like non-zero chance I'd just like go like, fuck it, this is too much work, and walk away. In addition to who I am professionally, I'm trans, queer, Canadian. I live in America on an H-1B work visa. It's a really fun time to live in America on a work visa and part of the leather community. And that's just sort of who I am outside of work. I think it's useful to remember that we all come from different backgrounds and we should be nice to each other regardless of where we're all from, because otherwise we'll make some really shitty software. And if we work together, we'll make some kind of amazing software, hopefully. Or at least, you know, we'll not be jerks to each other while we make shitty software. So that is pretty much it for today in terms of content. On Monday, for the people who had questions about Spark PRs, I will be doing 2 live streams, I think. The morning, I'll be doing a live stream Monday morning at 10 a.m. In the Apache Spark project, I'll be doing some Scala coding. The afternoon, I'll do a Beam live stream. That'll probably be some Go code, I think, just because I already got the Gradle build working for Go. I feel like I should get some mileage out of it and do a second PR. And I'll also do a weekly code review at the end of the week. If anyone happens to be in Ottawa, Ontario, I have a meetup there the following week, and some other things. If you want, in my YouTube, there's some playlists. You can look at some of the previous live streams, or some of my other talk videos. And my talks tend to be a little more organized than my live streams, but if I'm being honest, they're also often fairly improvisational. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend or rest of your weekend, depending on what time zone you're in. And cheers. See you all around. Where's that?